Hello, my name is Simon.
And my name is Matthias.
This is our first video and we are going to make a review of the LG G4. So let's go over to the phone.
The G4 has a unique design. First of all, it's pretty big for a flagship phone, and it has a quite plastic design. The backside is of leather, and if you open it you can see the battery and the microSD card slot, which can take cards up to 2 terabytes. And you can see the awesome speaker, the loudest speaker in any smartphone I've tested. The buttons are also at the back. It's easy to use once you get used to it, so it's no problem.
And the camera, it's really good in low light compared to the LG G3. The lens is a little bit wider, which makes the light come in a little bit better. And autofocus is pretty good since it has a new technology, which is a laser. It sends out a laser to calculate the distance. So yeah, it's pretty good, but you will hardly notice it compared to other autofocuses. And the selfie camera is a 8 megapixel camera, and it's probably one of the best selfie cameras out there on the market. And it's a really nice professional camera. It have a really nice bokeh effect, which some professionals tend to like. And it's also capable of 4K video with 30 FPS on 4K and 60 FPS on Full HD and 120 FPS on 720. And now over to the hardware. This LG G4 doesn't have the best processor on the market, but it's still probably the best one you can get for this kind of money. It's one dual core and one quad core, which makes it hexa-core. And it's called Snapdragon 808, and it doesn't overheat like the Snapdragon 810, which you can find in the Z3 Plus. And the Adreno 418 handles the graphic, which it does pretty great. It can handle Asphalt 8 without lag. And there's also 3 gigabytes of RAM and 32 gigabytes of storage. And you can also have more storage through microSD, which supports up to 2 terabytes.
And now the battery life. The battery is good, especially the standby time. Once I did not touch it for 12 hours and it did only drop about 1%. But when you use it a lot, it will survive the day, but not so much more. If you don't use it a lot, it maybe can survive 2 days.
Last but not least, it's time for the software. The operating system is Android 5.1 Lollipop, and it's very fast, as you would expect from a phone of this caliber. We don't like the design as much as we like the design in Samsung's TouchWiz or in stock Android. But when it comes to functionality, it is very good and the multitasking is good. You can have a browser open while you send a text message, for example, and even resize and change the opacity of the window.
For the conclusion, the LG G4 is a good flagship phone, and it's cheap too. It only goes for about $600, and if you want a leather back you have to pay about $50 more. And yeah, $50 for a back, it's a lot of money, but the back is good for the overall feel.
Yeah, and if you want a cheap phone, you should also check out the Sony Xperia Z3. It costs like, what is it, $100 less?
$100 less, and not the Z3 Plus, not just a normal Z3.
Yeah, so the Z3 $100 less, and the Z3 Plus costs $100 more. And if you also go to compare it with the iPhone 6 Plus, the 64GB version, it costs almost $900. So you can see that there's a pretty big difference in the cash there. So you should definitely think about getting the Z3 or the G4 if you are on a budget but want a high-end phone.
Yeah, thank you for watching. See you next time.
Bye.